GI Sports, we do keep an eye on your team, and, well, your team. Now with about 20 to 25 games left in the regular season for the NBA before the playoff actually starts. And I know that you guys are excited because I am excited because we all know that this year for the playoffs, we will begin some exciting games from the beginning to end. So before the regular season actually ends, I will be giving my in-season awards of who I think will win each award and why. Now let's go! First thing first, of course, I am starting with MVP. Now, a lot of guys in the NBA, they are playing amazing. But when we speak about MVP, there is only 2 guys who are playing at MVP level. Now, first, I'm going to start with Giannis. Giannis do play for the Bucks. His team is #1 in the East. According to multiple reports, he is #1 in defense. He's also #1 in offense. His team have already clinched the playoff berth. If you take Giannis off of the Bucks team, they will be a mediocre team, so they definitely need Giannis. Giannis is an amazing player. He's developing the shot. He'll bring the ball in the court. He's not going to bag away from anybody. And he also will dunk on you. So you can't forget about Giannis when we speak about MVP. Now the next player that I'm going to speak about when we talk about MVP is a player that we can never leave out of the conversation. Now before I say his name, I'm going to just say that he is averaging 25 points, 10 assists, and 7 rebounds. His team is #1 in the West. So here it is. I'm going to say his name. His name is LeBron James, aka the Watch King. Now, LeBron has been playing amazing. Me personally, I think LeBron have an edge over Giannis. But I am definitely going with LeBron James to win this year's MVP. Now the next award, which is Defense Player of the Year, I think is definitely a clear-cut winner. And I am going to go with Anthony Davis. Now the next award will be Coach of the Year. In my opinion, there's not a front runner because there's 3 guys who I think have done an amazing job this year. #1, I'm going to go with Nick Nurse. He have done an amazing job with the Raptors. Kawhi Leonard left, Danny Green left. And they still #2 in the East, I think. And you also can't forget about Billy Donovan with OKC. Now, of course, when OKC traded Paul George and Russell Westbrook, everybody thought that OKC would be a crazy, bad team. But they like #6 in the West, which is kind of tough. So that right there speaks volume on the kind of coach that he is. And last but not least, you can't forget about Frank Vogel in the Lakers. I think that he has done an amazing job with the Lakers offense and defense. Everybody has bought into the coaching style, and the other coaches love him. He even coached the All-Star game this year. And also when you're coaching players such as LeBron James caliber and you do really well, that speaks volume on your coaching style. Now, for Comeback Player of the Year, of course, I'm going to go with Pelicans superstar Brandon Ingram. Last year, he had to end the season kind of early because he had blood clots. And he also was traded from the Lakers to the Pelicans. His name was also in trade rumors. He just didn't do that well last year. And ever since he's been with the Pelicans, he has been amazing. I think that he's going to be amazing in years and years to come. So, of course, I am going to go with Brandon Ingram. Now, the next award that I will be discussing is Rookie of the Year. And I think there's a clear front runner, and that is Ja Morant. Now, I've seen a lot of reports that says if the Pelicans make the playoffs, they're going to go with Zion for Rookie of the Year. But Zion have only played a handful of games, and Ja Morant has shown his talent this whole year. And to be honest, Rookie of the Year is an individual award, not a team award. So it don't really matter who made the playoffs between the Pelicans and Memphis. I think that Ja Morant should definitely win Rookie of the Year. So not least for the champs in the East. Of course, I do have the Bucks coming out. But when you speak about the East, you can't forget about Boston. And you also can't forget about the Toronto Raptors. Toronto can beat Boston. Boston can beat Toronto. But in the Eastern Conference Finals, I am going with the Bucks and also Boston with the Bucks coming out. And in the West, I do have the Lakers and the Clippers in the Western Conference Finals. But of course, I am going with the Lakers. The Lakers and the Bucks will play. But in the end, I do have the Watch King and the Los Angeles Lakers win the championship. So in the comments below, I want you guys to let me know who's going to win Rookie of the Year, Comeback Player of the Year, Coach of the Year, MVP, all that good stuff. Now let's go!